Welcome back to Our Mindful Process, and my name is Craig, and we will continue reading from Beginning, the first book in the series, A Human's Guide to Inner Compassion. Copyright 2024 by Craig A. Burns. These daily readings are offered as a part of the Our Mindful Process practice. Today is March the 26th. Let's begin today with the concept of the beginning of the universe, the Big Bang Theory. First, there was nothing. Then scientists tell us there was a huge explosion hundreds of billions of years ago. Now let's go to the moment where something started from nothing. Right there. There's a relationship between the nothingness and the somethingness. It's fresh, new, untouched by flaw. There are no labels. It is much more basic than even the uniting of sperm and egg. More basic than the start of a human being. Now, arise with exactly the same freshness. Start with any breath. Be conscious. Breathe in and exhale. For some reason, that's Genesis. For Christians, it's being born again in the Holy Spirit. For Muslims, it is the time taken to pause in prayer during the day. Buddhists choose to sit in silence to become aware of the self beyond the constant chatter of our minds. Being conscious is faith in action. Life can start over at any chosen breath, leaving behind the previous breath as a dream. And each moment can be a big bang, but only if we choose to create that idea of being awake with every respiration. We can start our image of our unknowingness. Are we something or nothing? Which one shall we choose? Are we a physical body with a spiritual foundation, or are we a spiritual awareness inside a physical body? Most likely, we find this question unanswerable. Being human is a paradox. We are both spiritual and physical. We are neither and both. Again, the key to serenity in this relationship is starting fresh. Starting at the same point that started it all. Recreate that moment and find the peace there. The practical way of experiencing the Big Bang daily is to choose a time to sit still. My aim is to quiet my body and my mouth. Once I've done that, and I breathe, I am faced with the Big Bang of the compulsive conversation in my mind. And my goal is not to silence this chatter. That's like trying to stop the explosion of creation. I just observe it's happening and go back to the beginning with the emptiness of starting over with my breath. If I don't experience a train of monumental silence, I just accept that and start over. The goal is not to hush the clamor, but to be aware and to be aware of my breath. If I find myself thinking up a storm, I just go back to the moment before the Big Bang and say, thinking. Then I start over. Each time I begin again, I continue to go back to the point of awareness that parallels the starting of the universe. I'm not here to master this method. I am only willing to practice it and let go. I do this at least once daily, but sometimes as much as 4 times a day. And I experience the habit of starting over with a fresh, expanded, less cluttered space than ever before. This path has not been a straight line. My path is different and unique to me. How is your compulsive mind today? What's that chatter like? As always, we appreciate you coming to practice with us. If you're interested in purchasing our book series, you can go to www.ourmindfulprocess.com. We also carry vinyl and embroidered t-shirts to support the marketing of our brand. And if you're following us on our TikTok or YouTube channels, please feel free to like us and subscribe. And then share this with someone else. Mindfulness is a process that can change our lives. It is always my pleasure to be of service to my community. Thank you. As a side note, if you're not sure of the process to practice, please go to January 1st on our channel and look at the first video on how the process of mindfulness works. From there, read the reading for the day. For the first 35 days, it's on the instruction of mindfulness itself. Number 2, sit with this process in meditation, starting with 5 minutes and moving up to 40 minutes over 35 days, adding 1 minute a day. It's that simple. And number 3, at some point in time, please feel free to journal about your experience of the reading and the practice for that day. Have a mindful day today, folks.